let's talk about uncomfortable situations. Why do they happen? What is the purpose? For instance, say you're in a work environment and there's certain people that you don't get along with. It's very uncomfortable to go to work because you have to interact with these people. So what's the purpose of that? And this is applicable to every aspect of life. Whenever you feel something that is uncomfortable, why does that happen? So I feel like there's many reasons why this happens. Some of the reasons that come to mind is one, there's a lesson, an opportunity for you to see so that you can grow into a better version of yourself, because you can't grow without that pressure, right? And so you are placed in uncomfortable situations in order to realize that. The second reason is maybe you are in a place or involved in a situation that is not in alignment with who you are becoming. I know it's so easy to play the victim card, when things get uncomfortable, but I feel like anytime anything feels uncomfortable, that should be your cue to know that a transition is occurring and, you're being asked to level up, to step up into a new space and become a better version of yourself. It's all about growth. It's all about change. And I feel like life is a progression. So things appear to you in order to teach you something. Always. Always. In every moment. And I feel like the most uncomfortable situations that arise, the most difficult things that arise, experiences, people, they arise and they come into your experience to push you to become something better. Because, for instance, if you had mastered a certain lesson and grown beyond it, then these things wouldn't be appearing in your experience because you've learned the lesson and you've moved on. There's a lot of times where people are not happy. They're not happy, most likely with themselves. So no matter where they go, for instance, no matter how many jobs that they undertake or how many moves that they make, like as far as living conditions, they're just always ending up in like situations that seem to go against their favor. But the thing is, like, things around you shift according to where you're at. If you are a beacon and you are emitting a frequency, that frequency is magnetizing things to you that you either need to discard or you need to apply all the time. So I might have mentioned this in another video. Man, there's so much I want to talk about. But anyways, so we're all so unique and so different, and we're all having our own unique experiences based on our perception or the angle that we're looking at. You know what I mean? How can I, for instance, this bottle. So some people are looking at this. You see that? Some people are looking at this. Some people are looking at that. Some people are looking at this. Some people are looking at this. But they're all looking at the same thing from different angles. Some people are looking at this. And like, some people aren't even looking at this whole thing. They're actually just looking at that, or that, I don't know if I'm making sense. But everybody is basically looking at the same thing from different angles. And if you don't like the angle that you're looking at, then you can always shift or move, you know? And I think that's where discomfort comes into play. You know, you've already explored a certain angle, you've learned it, you've mastered it, you've applied it or not applied it. That's why it keeps looping into your experiences, no matter where you go. But yeah, like once you've learned a lesson, then a lot of things will shift and characters will shift and the energy shifts, and then you level up, and then new experiences come into your life so that you can get to know that. And then once you learn that, level up. It's all about leveling up. It's all about kind of like looking at discomfort and pain as the fuel for change. And change is the constant, but we get so caught up in comfort that we don't want to move, right? And so things become distressing because it's life's nudge, and it's life's way of saying to, like, okay, you've been here for too long, you've been pretty static, now it's time to change. So we're gonna like put this into your life in order to give you the fuel to leave and move and shift and grow and level up. Am I making sense? There's so much I want to say. I just can't. So I'm going to end it. But blessings to one and all. Amen.